Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a different video today. Not starting on my website. I just got off of a Zoom call with a new friend, Professor Kinch, down there in Miami. Great long talk with you. He's a friend of BV, our fearless moderator, and one of my close friends and mentors, Rick Beato. He's got a channel called Streetwise Guitar. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Anyhow, he talks to me about HELEN IBE, if I'm saying that correctly, in Nigeria, who does a bunch of guitar covers. And I'm like, yeah, I think I've heard of her. And I literally just got off the Zoom with him, searched for it, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's just do it. So this is for you, Kinch, Helen, very nice to meet you. Let's see what this Lean On Me, Bill Withers tune is all about. I actually don't think I've ever learned this tune. Real quick, if you're new to this channel, it's not a typical reaction channel. I'm actually going to try to figure out what she's doing and then show you and give you some basic takeaways. If you're unfamiliar with anything I'm talking about, if you want to brush up on it, I got all my lessons and courses on my website. First link in the description. Onward. Yeah, what a great tune. And you know what? This is going to be a perfect lesson for all you guys and girls out there. You know what? We'll go through it moment by moment. I'll show you why. But Helen, excellent. The vibe's there. The vibe's there. It's such a great tune. Let's do it. All right, so you're in B. You got, let's go. Now, what you do here? Yeah. So you're in B major. Coming with a little B major run here in the beginning. Again, pattern 4. For those of you get down with the cage system. That you're coming in here like this. 5, 6, 1, 6. Again, I'm talking intervals, not frets. So 5, 6, 1, 6, 1, slide through the 2 to the 3, to the 5. Back to where you came from, back to the 1. B major. Then, what you're doing here, you're making the sound of your 4 chord, right, your E, but you're hammering from the 9th to the major 3rd by letting this upper triad ring out, and then walk down 4, 3, 1, diatonically. So, nice little stab there. It's close enough. Going up to the 4 chord, keeping the same pattern 4 shape. little slide there. Right, straight back down the way you came. So what happens here? What happens here? I implore all of you, when you get to a point in a song and you're like, that was cool. Why do I like that so much? I can tell that that's something special that happened there. Take the time to figure it out. Let's go through it. Now, what we did here, we went, now we're triads on the 4-3-2 string set. Root position, so meaning your root, the name of the chord, is the lowest note you're playing. So B, 2 chord, 3 chord. Stay there, because what actually happens here is you play that 3 chord. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3. Now, it would go back to that 5 chord, right? But what does she do here? A little spice in here. So you got this. This is, you know, basically E, major 7, but then there's your key note. Because you could think of this as a 4 chord, right? E major 7. But you can feel the harmony, or you feel a leading tone. You feel it in your heart. A leading tone is a half step below the root to which you're resolving, right? So it'll be the major 7th degree. The 1, the tonic, being the note half step above that you're resolving to. And what is a leading tone? What is that? Remember it forever. The 3rd of your 5 chord, F sharp major. So this little 2, that needs, where does it need to go? To go home, to this piece of B major. Yeah, love it. Same slide down. Yeah. Little double stops. Now, these are dinging me. They just keep dinging me. Why does this double stop work? Same fret, 1st and 2nd string, 9 to 11, 2, 7 here. But what this really is your root and your 5th of your 2 chord, 3 chord, to 1 chord. That's why that works. And then, finally, give me a straight up 5, why don't you? And then, touch on that 2, dyad, root and minor 3rd of your 2 chord, resolves down to root and major 3rd of your tonic, B. That's what's happening harmonically. Now let's get into the melody. Don't be a regular guitar player and not learn the melody, right? When you go to take a lead, hammer the melody, grow from there. The answers to all your questions about what to play, over what change, what chord, at what time, are usually in the melody. Coming in on B major here, this is pattern 3, or the G shape. Again, if you get down with caged, 5, same way you started up here. But in this position, 5, 6, 1. Little pull off on 9. Aiming for the root of your 1 chord. Now remember, the harmony is going to walk up to 4, which is E. So, and so what do we do here? We slide up. Again, we're in B major pentatonic, right? But where do we end? Baby, that's a G sharp. What is that? That is the 3rd of E, your 4 chord. What creates chord function more than any other note? The 3rd. Always be 3rd hunting. So you got Hear it? So root of the 1, third of the 4. That's your focus. Oh, does it go back up to the 5th there? Yeah, I like that. So you got 5, 6, 1. Then you got this. Love that. Love that. Going down. Back down B major. Shooting for the 5th of that chord now, right? Now I'm going to take a guess here. I'm going to take a wild guess. Root, key center, tonic, take it how you like it. There's your 9. I'm going to guess that we're going to tap straight up the B major scale, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, right? So half step, whole step, right? Sorry. Got a little lost in there. So again, this is just another one of these. Don't worry about the crazy technique and all that other stuff where anything could be hit. Where's the scale? Visualize it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. Major 7, 1. So I get turned around in here. Sorry. These are real. I used to tap all the time. You get lost. You get turned around a little bit. But I'm assuming that's what she's doing. Yeah, that's it. She's doing that. And then back into this pattern, B major pattern 1, your C shape. Again, loves this 5, 6, 1 thing. And then you got that leading to. Wait a minute. Now what happens here? Again, this is our tonic. We're in like our BB spot. And here's our root center for 1. Now we're going to a 4. What did we do last time? What did the melody do? Say it with me. 3rd. G sharp. That is the 3rd of your 4 chord. Same way you went. Right? There you go. We're searching for the root of our 1 to the 3rd of our 4. That's what's happening. Just a higher register. Right. Yeah, you got. Again, 1, and we're now doing dyads. Again, root in the bass. 2nd and 1st string, B major, 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord. So this is root in a major 3rd, root in a minor 3rd, root in a minor 3rd, root in a minor 3rd, root in a major 3rd. Diatonic, diatonic. And what do you have here? What did I say before? You find something, you hear it, you're like, what is that? I know that's significant. It's a 30 or 5 chord, the leading tone. Listen to it again. Third or 5 chord. Leading tone. Forever. Remember that. So you hear that sound of needing to go home? Third or 5 chord. Leading tone must go back to your tonic. Perfect. Yeah, then the same thing she just did up here. This exact same concept. Here is our root and our major third on the third and second string, B major. Go up, 2, 3, 2, 1. Root and major third, root and minor third of your 2 chord, root and minor third of your 3 chord, back down, 1. Same thing. Same, finishing the way she started. Yep, that's the key takeaway here. You're always, when it comes around, it's a variation on the melody, which is the root of the 1 going to the third of the 4, right? That seems to be the common motif. Going to the 5th of the 1 again, which she did that again at the beginning. Throwing in a little blues in there, that, right? Running through that minor third, root 2, flat 3, 3. I would do a little. But that's just me. There it is again. She knows where that G sharp is. Helen, excellent, excellent job. Love your sense of touch, sense of phrasing, and you outlined what I tell all my students. It's what my whole site, my whole course, my whole vibe is about these days. It's about a hunt for the inside. What makes the songs what they are? What makes an earworm? What is it that gets stuck in the head of people on the way home? You have the rhythm, you got the harmony, and the melody tied with the lyrics. People don't hum chord progressions on the way home. They hum the melody. And guitarists far too frequently, myself included for decades, Kinch and I just had this talk, focus on the rhythm and the harmony. You play this scale over this key over this changes, blah, blah. But don't do what voices do, horn players, where they can only play one note at a time do. They start with the melody. The melody. Learning the melody. I'll say it again. Learning the melody to every song that you learn is going to give you the answers of what makes the song memorable, what makes it what it is. And taking the time, like you saw me do, to make those connections and say, what is that? I know something changed there was significant. When I went from my root down a half step to the leading tone and I caught the third of the 5 chord, selling that dominant sound that must be resolved back up to the 1, that's what it was. Learning the melody, putting words to it, will change your life. It's a hunt for the inside, a hunt for the hook. And Helen, you nailed it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you like this style lesson, this vibe, and you want to join my community, GuitarGate, it's the first link in the description. You get all my lessons, all my courses, priority React requests, and most importantly, it's just a place where you're going to see people like me, people like you, picking this thing up every day and just trying to get just a little bit better together. Have a great day. Cheers. Yeah.